Hello, nerds, and welcome back to our Anno 1800 playthrough. Beautiful Nerdy Town spawn, where we have the beginning of a nice worker and farmer community expanding out this way, which will have a long aisle that goes all the way across the island. And of course, over here we have a nice, powerful industrial setup cranking out a bunch of production for us. Now, we do have a couple of issues though to manage today. We kind of have some money problems. We are of course in the red with our balance. This is going to be for a variety of different reasons, but we can sort by our balances here and we can see our biggest expenses are our production buildings. These include things like our steelworks that we're running, our framework knitters, the schnapps, weapons factory. All these things, all of our production buildings do add up, so we need to find ways to make more money than we're actually expending. Now, I also realize we have a really big problem over here when it comes to our steel industries. I did some of the math wrong. We do have one furnace, and I did say this producing 3 steel every 90 seconds would be able to be enough to supply 2 furnaces and 1 weapons factory. That's, in fact, wrong. If a furnace consumes 2 steel every 90 seconds and the weapons factory consumes 1, that's it. That's 3 every 90 seconds. Thanks to those that pointed that out for me. With 1 furnace, you can support 1 steelworks and 1 weapons factory at 100% efficiency. So really, I should be deleting one of these steelworks in both of these production lines. I didn't realize that at the time. I just saw that I was running out of steel. So what I did is I just paused one of the steelworks. This cuts down the maintenance of the building in half. It reduces the workforce to 0 and also reduces the amount of unattractiveness from pollution down to 0. This is a temporary fix just to help my money problems, but also to start building up a supply of steel so I can actually get back to building some weapons. I'm going to need those because, as of course, we ended up losing one of our boats, I will need guns and weapons so I can actually go ahead and build some basic gunboats to be able to defend some of our trade ships. Our trade is going to be the way that we make the majority of the money in this game, because we can go ahead and look at a couple of our trade partners. Right now it's only the NPCs, but that includes Sir Archibald Blake, who is actually asking for coal. And since we'll have an excess of coal, that'll be an easy thing to sell to him. Madame Kadena here doesn't have any specific requests that she wants for us, but Eli Bleakworth is requesting potatoes, which we have the capacity to build a lot of these, and then especially soap. Soap sells for incredibly well, so getting some basic soap production and trade outs out this way will be imperative. Now, Eli is actually quite far away, and he's really close to the Pirate Cove itself, so we will be needing these weapons built ASAP to be able to get that stuff online. I did realize that our island of Utopia, as the source of our hops and our peppers, will be a fantastic farming town, but it also has 3 coal deposits between 1, 2, and 3, and it's actually really close to Sir Archibald Blake, as well as pretty close to Eli Bleakworth. So I think eventually Utopia will be a powerhouse of a city that will be producing not just hops and peppers for us, but also overproducing coal and hopefully soap to be sent over to trade with some of these other NPCs and make a bunch of money so that we can build to our heart's content back here in Nerdy Town. Our farmers are pretty dang content with all of their needs and happiness concerns satisfied, and our workers have everything except for soap. Now, soap actually does produce a lot of money for us as well. You'll see here, if we provide soap to our workers, not only will we gain an extra 2 workers per household, we'll actually gain 4 coins per household as well. Now, this scales especially well when we get up to beer, which will increase happiness and a lot of money. So that's something that Utopia, of course, will be a primary concern for. But that very much leans us into the direction of building out our soap industry. Now, while I'm up here, I do want to go ahead and build out this furnace. We will just be needing a ton of this steel produced. That will go ahead and reduce our pollution number and actually reduce our attractiveness as well. So as we're doing this, I do want to keep an eye on keeping our decorations up, but until we actually get a good amount of income, I won't be able to be spending a ton of money. Now, as I talked about before in last episode, I do want to build the soap industry primarily in this aisle, but we actually might overproduce it We will be taking an overall hit to our appeal in this setup, but it is what it is. Now, the soap industry is very simple. We start here with the pig farm. So the pigs are used not just for the sausages, but also for the soap industry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the back. The soap factory here produces soap every 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and put this over next to the warehouse. Ooh, actually, this warehouse is starting to get overrun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the soap factory down here towards the bottom of our aisle. And I'll put this all in blueprint mode, of course. The reason why I'm doing this is that I can actually put another warehouse down here and offset how much demand is happening on this central warehouse. You don't have like an overabundance of warehouses, but considering the shipyard and the sailmaker is also going to this warehouse, we really could just afford to have a new warehouse, or at least a brick road maybe, that'll help incentivize they deliver towards the actual starting harbor. Now, to deliver to the soap factory, we need to actually build these rendering works. These will produce tallow. You'll see these produce at a 1-minute interval. So my ideal system will need to have at least 2 rendering works for every soap factory produced, because remember, the soap factory is producing twice as fast, so I need twice as many rendering works to keep up with the soap factory. I can go ahead and I'll put one right here, right next to the soap factory, and produce the pig farm next. Now, this also produces at a 1-minute interval, so we'll need to have 1 pig farm for every rendering works. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right next door, and we'll even do our thing where we put our farmhouse next to the actual pig farm. These guys will need some pigsties to actually produce the pigs in, and I'll go ahead and these fit actually right in here in this nice little aisle that we have set up. We can now have the pig farm delivering to the rendering works, which then delivers to the soap factory. Now remember, I did say that we need to have 2 rendering works and 2 pig farms to keep up with the soap factory. So I'm just going to grab this entire system, copy it, and just so happens that this fits perfectly right in here. So we'll have our soap industry, this time delivering down towards the south as opposed up towards the north. With all this ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'll start upgrading all of these buildings. I'll even build out some roads to make sure that this all keeps nice and quick. And with our soap industry now started, this will actually start really helping us skyrocket. I'll keep an eye on what my flagship is doing, of course. They are working on a escort quest for Bente. Getting trade access with Bente is another goal for today, and something I want to keep an eye out for. Doing everything that we can to make her happy, and maybe even we can go ahead and give her a nice little flatter. It is very likely to succeed here.
Well, I do make a point of learning about other cultures.
She does. And that might just get a little bit closer to getting actual trade rights with her. I'll wait to see if she asks me about those trade rights. But as soon as we complete that quest for her, that may help. Now that we're back home, I do have, of course, our only boat, because we did lose one last game, of Wolfman. And I want to try to do everything I can to keep this guy alive. One of the first things that we can do with him, actually, is grab a little bit of coal here. And I might as well even grab a little bit of iron just to keep our resources consistent. But I'll be taking this and delivering this up to our friend Sir Archibald Blake to try to sell some excess resources. He even has a quest here and a pickup quest at that. This is a fire preventative item. It's rare too, and it actually will reduce fire chances but increase maintenance costs. I'll accept this quest. And he does want us to pick up some flotsam. That's actually very close by. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually drop off this iron and send this ship down here to pick up that flotsam. We'll go back up to Sir Archibald Blake. We'll try to sell some money and get a little bit of excess going. I need to keep an eye on, of course, all of our resource production, and it seems our soap we now have a supply for. The demand will be met. We'll start producing these. It looks like we're under attack, actually. Ooh, my flagship is actually attacking some pirates. Now, I want to try to get to the side of these. These gunboats can only attack straight. So if I can find a way to get broadside on him. There we go. We got one sunk. We'll be able to actually outfire the pirates. There we are. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take him out. This freaking fantastic nighttime fight is amazing. All right, we need to keep an eye on where Bente is. On our way. I don't want to get too far away from her. So let me just grab these two little items of flotsam. And it looks like she's actually getting towards the end of the map. We might actually be able to be done with this quest here any second.
Competitors are now at war.
Arthur and Alonso are at war? Oh boy. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start a new day here. Wolfman, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna grab this, Her Majesty's treasure, and sail this up. I don't see any pirates between us and Sir Archibald. This is actually a really good reason why to do some fog busting, so you can keep your ship safe. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and build another schooner, because we have a lot of comments that have been jumping into the comment section. I have a lot of people to name boats after, and that's actually a fantastic problem to have. All right, our deficit is starting to be saved slightly. We are starting to produce soap here. Yes, it looks like all of our workers are starting to produce extra money for us now. We also are starting to get online with our steel production. That means our weapons factory is back to 100% production. Our steelworks is at 100% production. And honestly, I might just keep this as is for a little bit until we actually need a decent amount of steel. All right, looks like we're actually about to finish our quest with Bente here. And it looks like we even got a bunch of weapons from killing those pirates. I'm gonna go ahead and sail over to Arthur here and start completing a couple more quests. This will complete as soon as this schooner gets off the map. I actually do have a bunch of these castaways to go rescue as well, so I will be sending my flagship up here to do this quest to make sure that I don't fail it. Fantastic. $4,000 from Bente here. That is absolutely amazing. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to start overproducing some potatoes, I believe. Yeah, we're actually having a good amount of potato production. Fantastic. Our schnapps is actually kind of low still. So I want to keep producing our schnapps. I will go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put these down. I'm going to put a couple of quick distilleries up this way just to keep producing our schnapps. Looks like we got our guy up here. Fantastic. Good work, Wolfman.
I am quite penetrated.
We got this item. I don't know if I actually want to keep this. I could actually sell it for $14,000. It does increase my maintenance cost, so I don't think I really want it that badly. Let's see this coal here. We'll try to sell. That's $900. That's not bad whatsoever. But this $14,000 item for that little bit of a quest we did, actually, I freaking love that. That's fantastic. Yes. Okay. Good job, Wolfman. I'll even have you come back home. Make sure you stay safe. Stay away from those pirates. Geez, speaking of, my flagship's sailing right through a bunch. Eli, what do you got going on up here, man?
Ship constructed.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have my other ships doing this job. We're gonna go ahead and grab these couple of castaways. Hopefully I can kill some of these pirates quickly. The more pirates you kill, the better. The less pirates that are in the waters, the less you'll have to deal with them. And it looks like these gunboats are just scared of me, which is hilarious. All right, looks like we have a new boat here. We're gonna go ahead and name this guy the USS Benven. Welcome in, Benven. And I'll find out something to do with you as well. Hopefully we can actually grab a bunch of potatoes and sell them, considering that we are clearing out the waters from the pirates with our flagship up this way too. Yeah, I actually love that idea. Let's go ahead and grab a good delivery of potatoes. We'll even grab 100 potatoes. Go ahead and get that overproduced, and we'll send you all the way up here to Eli. We even sunk this ship, and I will be grabbing that item. But I do need to actually sell a little bit of pirate stuff. Now, we do have something to keep an eye on. We do have a newspaper. Yeah, it looks like bankruptcy is happening. And no! Nerdy Town has let itself go. Cities become uglier because I added that extra furnace. This is definitely not the greatest news. Actually, that's a pretty bad penalty to our happiness, but I think we'll be able to make it out just fine if we leave this. Our citizens are actually pretty dang happy right now. Overall, we have a plus 25 happiness score, so we should be able to weather the storm of this bad news. I want to keep this how it is because we were still trying to become friendly with Bente. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell off this pirate hat. This is only 25 gold, but that is okay. We have weapons. I'm actually going to deliver those home this time, but I'm going to deliver of course, our guys back over these castaways over to Eli and see what happens there. We're still working on getting our income fixed. And actually, I realized we do have this carpentry works production building. This actually will increase the productivity of any carpentry works building. That includes sawmills. So what I can do is I can add this up here, 40% productivity to our sawmills. It does increase the chance of a fire up this way. So I could go ahead, add a quick little fire station just to make sure that these are all just fine. And it's only 25 maintenance, so we will do that. There we go. We also got a handler here. This guy will make our ships not slow down from cargo. That actually will go very well.
It's just in case.
Bente! Yes! Yes! She's giving us trade rights. Huge. Oh my, yeah, here's this war happening. So yeah, let's get trade rights to Bente. That'll be fantastic. Plus 10 reputation with her. And what that means, now that we have trade rights, he actually likes that we're trading with her. That's fantastic. Oh, wow. Alonzo likes Bente? Yeah, everyone likes Bente, even that creep. Okay. Bente's actually asking for a couple of items then as well. We can give it to her. So she's requesting soap, beer, and bread. We'll keep an eye on these things. They do shift very, very frequently, so it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Yeah, Wolfman, you're going to come in here, and maybe we can sell off a few of our excess resources. The other things we can do is make sure that we're selling any excess resources above 100 in pretty much all of our places. Now, I do want to have minimum stocks set up so that we don't oversell anything, because we got to prioritize our own people as well. I'll do this for pretty much all of my goods here, because some of my goods are actually getting kind of low. I really wish you could just like set all of these, like have a set all, sell everything above 100, so I don't have to do this for every single item, but it is what it is. All right, so that's all set up. Oh, I'll even go up here to Lutopia, and I'll make sure to actually lower the threshold of where I will be selling items, just to help us make a little bit extra money passively up this direction. And I'm going to want to start really overproducing a lot of resources. Our demand for potatoes have actually increased because of these two distilleries. So what I want to do is I just want to like really create a ton of potatoes. Farmer, potato farm. I'm just going to fill out this entire block here, I think, with potatoes as much as I really can. Just because we're going to have a lot we're going to need to produce up this way. All right, looks like all of our workers now do have some good access to soap. Because they've fully started consuming soap, that means we'll start actually getting that inventory up as well. Yeah, you know what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and put even more potatoes up this way. What I'm going to do instead is I'll extend this road out so that I can free up some room here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start putting potato fields all the way up this gorge as well. And just really start producing a lot of potatoes.
Don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so hard.
So let's go ahead and we'll put even more potato fields out this way. We'll have room to expand our potato production like a crazy amount up this way. And I might even go ahead. This whole area I'm gonna want to play around with. But for now, what we'll do, my boat here. Oh, okay. Yep, we're here getting attacked. But I can go ahead and quickly sell off all these potatoes for $3,200. We'll make sure to get this. Oh no, 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 no. Get away, get away. Dude. All right, my flagship needs to keep moving. Dude, there's another one.
Flagship commencing escort.
All right, cool. We'll get out of here. I don't know where they're going, but we're gonna head. Is your Benven? You'll be okay. You did one delivery of potatoes, but yeah, this is why we're gonna need a lot of gunboats. So I need to deliver these goods back home. I'll even go ahead and take the handler and put him on Benven right now, so that this guy's not slowed down from cargo. What does she want? She still wants bread. So Bente here wants 3 beer, 11 bread, and 10 soap. So what I'm gonna go ahead is I'm gonna grab some of that. We'll grab the bread. Grab the bread and the soap. And Mr. Wolfman here, you can go ahead and make a delivery to her. That should keep us safe. Looks like Benven will be able to get home. I'm gonna grab some of this flotsam that's sitting up here by Alonto's port. He has ship of the lines already. That is actually incredibly scary. Oh no. All right, so we're gonna have to start picking up the pace here, guys. We are at $30,000, so I am starting to make some money from those quests that we've been doing. I'm gonna go ahead and start actually doing a little bit of these decorations, just to keep up on our attractiveness level. Just so that our industries don't get really upset with us. Yeah, let's grab this flotsam. Let's see what Alonso has a quest here for us anyways. He has a delivery quest. This will actually ruin our reputation a little bit. Perhaps you can remind Arthur of a matter we once spoke about. I try to explain the futility of legacy, you see, but all we create will turn to dust. But for some reason, he's quite afraid of that idea. In my opinion, the man needs his head examined. A delivery quest? What would I be delivering to him? Yikes, that sounds awful. Oh, yo, we found fur coats? All right, I am sending this flagship back home immediately. I'm going to be skipping out on that quest. I don't want to be hurting our relationship with the guy that has literally all of these islands sparked around me. So we'll keep on moving. We will be able to actually start producing gunboats now. That's actually fantastic. So let's start producing some of these. These will start defending these trade routes that we're trying to get set up. All right, we're here to deliver some items with Bente. Let's see. This is what she's requesting. Yep, 10 soap and bread. Nay, Bente, I finally got you that 10 bread, eh? 4,000 gold here. That's fantastic. And we'll even go ahead and send Wolfman back home.
Oh, yes, pick me. We'll explore distant lands.
We have all of our needs filled out. I have plenty of bricks, so let me start building out some of these quarters, some of these roads. This will actually help out a ton when it comes to specifically these workers getting access to our school. And that was a ton of bricks we just used. But these are honestly really, really worth it when it comes to getting our roads set up. Removing transportation delays, the whole lot. All right, our ship, which actually I really never named this, but we'll name our flagship the USS Nerdy, and we'll deliver some of these items for trade. That would actually be really, really nice to sell, but I'm actually going to keep a hold of these because those are all very good items for us. But I'm going to send my ships back home. And our furnace is really starting to get online. That's fantastic.
Ship constructed.
Oh, hell yeah. Our first gunboat, the USS Bear, sounds like a fantastic little guy to help us get some of our trade routes set up. I'm going to immediately go ahead and start building another gunboat because I'm going to have a bunch of trade routes that are going to need some very strong access here. Looks like we actually have a quest up here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these citizens. We got a puzzle quest. Me livestock. Hubs made fun of me for when I told them they were at Summit. They all ran away. Our living depends on them. Please find them. All right, so we got to find some farm animals for them. Running around the streets of your city, probably near the farmer's residence. Let's see if we can do this very quickly. Looks like this is the residence that the farm members are around. I see a cow here, but they don't seem to be the ones they're talking about.
Center of the earth.
Bente wants us to do a collection quest for a high-powered scope. That would be fantastic. I will absolutely do for that for you, Bente. And that means she wants us to go to Sir Archibald to pick up an item. He also has a quest for us as well, and he also has to pick up quests. So we'll start stacking these quests here together. He wants us to pick up some flotsam. All the way over here. This will be something for my USS Nerdy to do. We'll pick up items. We'll go up to his lighthouse. We'll do his quest. In the meantime, I'll be doing the quest for the farmers. I tend to be very bad at these kinds of quests where I'm looking. Oh, there they are. Look at that. Just a whole bunch of animals just walking right through the main streets. All right, we found them. And they give us a bosun. Hell yeah, reduces damage slowdown. That'll be very nice to add to one of our ships here. All right, I'm gonna upgrade some more of our workers. You don't have full access to the market. That's crazy. But even with these roads, this guy's a little bit too far away. So what I'll be doing is I'll be adding an additional market right here. This is something that we can remove. We can keep or we can remove. But I'll be having all of these upgrades because I'll be wanting to have our artisans built up here soon. In the meantime, let's go ahead. Build even more farmers. A lot more farmers. That actually consumes a ton of wood for us. We'll even throw another tavern here as we get the system set up. That, of course, will create a lot more population and a lot more demand on resources. Things like fish and clothing have gone up. So we'll just come over here, build out some more fisheries, and even more room for clothing.
Ship constructed.
And we'll have a nice little bit of an extra sheep and clothing industry up this way. I might as well go ahead and just build another one. Or honestly, just another sheep farm here. Something nice and cute right here. Just try to overproduce a little bit of specifically our wool. Just by adding another home in here. That way we can just go ahead and we can also add in a couple of these decorations that are sitting in here. And I've been really actually liking the Temperate Grove ornament because this is pretty much just like a variety element. It just grows a bunch of random temperate trees. But that includes some grass, some smaller trees, some bigger trees, different types of leaves, different variations, just kind of baked into it. Which usually turns out pretty nice. And I kind of just really enjoy it. And we'll end up using this in a couple different places just to pretty much grow random trees pretty much anywhere where we can. Kind of a nice basic tree line on these cliff edges. Just dotting these guys around here wherever we can, including over here. Just adding, see, because it just quickly adds a little bit of variation. Sometimes they're a little bit spread apart, sometimes they're really close together. And it's just something that I'm just really enjoying. And then, of course, you can always just jump in and do a couple little custom stuff as well. Oh my goodness, the eagle. Amazing. All right, the USS Nerdy is going to pick up these couple little items. These are mines. Okay. I didn't know we were picking up mines for you, Archibald. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like we got another ship here. So we got the bear, USS Bear, and we'll get the USS Joey. There we are. Fantastic. I'll even come out here and just really put in a ton of potato fields.
You're right next to me, so alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna.
The competitor's island is under siege.
Oh my goodness. All right, they're really going at each other. We don't want any of that, right, boys? I'm just here to build pretty islands. And there we are. This is gonna go ahead, just generated us a whole bunch of extra resources, plenty of potatoes, so that we'll be able to sell our excess over to other players. And then all we gotta do is go ahead, go over to Temperate Grove. Planting some extra trees. There we go. And we'll have extra potato fields over here. We have a bunch of potato fields over here. We got a rip-roaring time, all right. All right, that's fantastic. So that's gonna go ahead and generate us a metric ton or 8 metric tons of excess potatoes for us to set up trade routes. Now that we're over here, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that specifically Sir Archibald's quest will come over here to the lighthouse to do Bente's quest. I'll pick this guy up. That is a letter. Our dear child is ready for marriage. But marriage? Wait. Marriage? Who's getting married? Bente's advisor thinks it's time for her to marry. Who? They have a Mr. Bingle lined up? Bente, Mr. Bingle's not good enough for you? Whom she's at least willing to meet. Sir Archibald would be the obvious person to bring them together at a garden party. All right, that'd be 4,000 coins and also a high-powered scope that increases the attack range of your ships. But where's that gotta go?
Flagship awaiting instructions.
Oh, well, Bente, surely I'll get to that. That'd be a shame if that letter got lost at sea. That would be awful if that letter got lost. Oh man, nah. I think. Sorry, I got some really important things to do right now, Bente. I got super important things to do. Like, I have a ton of extra wood right now, so. Oh, who's under attack? Oh! Immediately consequences to my actions. Actually, this will be fantastic. I actually want to attack these guys. My flagship just cleans up these gunboats when they try to run away like this.
On our way.
Their ghosts will take you.
Yeah, the ghost will definitely get me. Ghost will surely get me. Oh, shoot. Oh, Alonzo. Okay. You know what? Sure, you like that? Taken out. What do we got here? Ooh. Affects grain farm, red pepper farm, and haciendas. Productivity 10%. That's actually really nice. All right, we got an item pick up here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and extend out this brick road even more. I'll even upgrade this tavern.
Don't mind a bit, foraging.
We got a bunch of happy farmers here, so I can go ahead and just incredibly increase this workforce. Just consuming a crap ton of wood as well. We're gonna keep on building up some resources here, specifically those potatoes. Need so much wood production. Start a brand new day. Now this of course is a preserve. We're not touching this at all. All right, we made it to Madame Canina's. We picked up some cargo for her. She wants us to deliver this over here to these clippers. Fantastic. In love with the devil really makes me think that I shouldn't be getting these guys together, by the way. We're gonna make one final look. It looks like our newspaper is doing fantastic. Benevolent leader succeeds again. We have a happiness bonus. New trade partner. Everyone's happy that we're partnering together with Bente. Oh, so am I. And low risk of explosions. Fantastic. Nothing ever could go wrong here. And yeah, looks like actually we're back to positive income. That is fantastic. Now that we got all these workers, we have fixed our money problems. Beer is going to be necessary. Sausage is actually starting to slow down. So we might as well get another meat market up here towards our production area. That's going to, of course, require more pigs.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
Man, they're doing some crazy stuff over there. What's been happening? All right, this harbor was able to defend itself. This is the island right next to us, actually. And looks like he is growing those peppers. He's really making use of that tiny island. I might actually want to try to obtain that island at some point. I want to get another gunboat. And what I'll do, because this island really just wants to focus up on making as much money as possible for us. And I'm gonna build even more potato fields out this way, just because this island's really just gonna specialize in potatoes to kind of an absurd degree. But that's fine. Potato, potato. Throw these out. Oh, perfect. Oh my goodness, look at this. There we go. And the reason why we're building so many potatoes is because one of our trade ships here, we're gonna go ahead, grab the USS Wolfman. You have now been declared the potato trader. So open up a trader app menu. I'm gonna go from our capital, our city, up to Eli Bleakworth. And we're just gonna load up potatoes and potatoes and unload as many as possible and hit accept. I'll even grab that bosun we got earlier and add it to your ship. Keep you nice and fast if you're getting attacked.
On our way.
Let's also drop off our new trade union person.
Ship constructed.
And we can even come over here to Arthur. I sent 50 score hunters to capture this bird with glit lashes, and no sooner was it found than those incompetents lost her at sea. Bringing to you the golden salmon shall be complete. We're picking up a bird of paradise for him. I guess picking her up is better than leaving her to die at sea, so let's go ahead and do that for you. That's right actually by the Pirate Cove. Dude, these incompetent guys got lost. Yeah, I mean, look, they got shot by the pirates, dude. That's crazy.
Stations.
Oh, don't leave them alone. All right, we're building one more gunboat.
Falcon ready.
And we have the bear. We have the Joey.
Ready.
And this one will be the USS Trudeau. Welcome in, welcome in. I love that this ship actually slowed down to get the gunboats to come. We got another quest here. These residents. Oh, they just have a gift for me. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. What's this? Ooh, a clay pit digger. Fantastic. This is the nice thing about focusing so hard on happiness is that they just kind of give you free stuff sometimes, which is amazing.
Desmond.
Let's get him, nerdy. Get him.
Flagship.
Hunting pirates, my favorite thing to do. This is for Zoltron, by the way.
None of that pity, just the laying down of arms.
She wants a ceasefire. For $60,000, I have to pay her $60,000 to get her to stop killing my boats.
Bilge water.
I can't believe you say that like right when I like kill your boat. Oh, hi guys. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna swing in here. Uh-oh. Oh, they're shooting him. Fantastic. Let's get out of here.
Ship under attack.
That is a high stakes bird to grab. Oh, they're not shooting him. Look at him hiding in the Pirate Cove. Is Alonso at peace still? That is quite the theater of a skirmish. Oh my god, ships align. What are you guys doing? Yeah, just ram him. Get him. Oh no. Oh my goodness. It's about to be a ghost ship in that fog. You can make it, dude. You can make it. Oh, look at these sails, though. Oh. All right. I don't want to mess with those ships of the line.
Is under siege.
Yeah, they're still attacking over here. Jesus, dude. All right, we got the two more gunboats. This will be the USS Hunter. Perfect name for a gunboat, by the way. These guys will both escort as we take this Benvin. You will be trading between my island and Sir Archibald Blake's. We'll be picking up coal, dropping that off. Then I also want you to actually pick up the soap as well. And then you'll be unloading that over at the prison. And we'll do a nice little triangular. trade route here. Fantastic. Protected by 2 gunboats. You got a busy job. All right, here you go. I picked up some guns too, which is kind of nice. Oh, nice. This looks like a wooden veneers. This is a selling item. So I'll come up this way. Our potatoes are actually restocking incredibly fast, which is fantastic because my boats coming back that are here to trade more potatoes, they're on their way already. I can build another schooner here. I got it for people. Clay pits and grain farm. Well, that'll be nice because I can fit up a trade union up here for these farms. And I can actually increase our grain production by 10%. Fantastic. Got a little bit of bush here. I always like adding some road back behind the trade union because it looks nice. I'm maybe gonna build out even more road this way. Just in preparation for what we're gonna do over here. We can go ahead and sell this quick item for 12,000? Oh, that's fantastic. And then we're gonna deliver this back home.
On our way.
I love the things you did for me. It seems like
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
there's no need to rush, so let's just
Stand to attention for the boss.
Ready for assignment.
All right, going to trade that soap.
Ship constructed.
Here's our potatoes going out. Almost 100 potatoes on that trade route. That'll be a nice penny. And here's even another guy. Oh, disappointed in our failure. Oh, but you didn't know you were invited to a wedding invitation. It'll be okay, Bente. It'll be okay. The USS Lithuanian. And our flagship is here. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and deliver these guns. And what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna grab a whole bunch of bricks and wood. And we're even gonna grab a couple of our basic items here, including clothing and schnapps. I'm gonna bring these ships up to our island of Utopia, because our next milestone really is to get the beer unlocked for our workers. This will add 11 gold per household, which we have a crazy amount of. I kind of went a little bit hard on the starting population here as opposed to just upgrading directly, but I wanted to kind of do everything kind of one thing at a time on this playthrough. So we'll be getting things over here at in Nerdy Town set up shortly for things like artisans. But before I do that, I like doing one thing at a time as much as I can. And we're going to be really focusing in on Utopia. Utopia is going to be actually a very big deal, because not only do they have the hops and the peppers for things like beer, as well as canned goods for our artisans soon, they have 3 coal and can be a nice island for us to produce a ton of soap. So I can go ahead, because it's so close to both Archibald and to Eli Bleakwork, that I can produce a ton of goods, sell them cheaply, and especially when it comes to like the slaughterhouses and the pigs and stuff like that, be able to do that up here on this island without affecting the attractiveness of our main island. We're going to be building in a bunch of public mooring, and tourism is going to be kind of a big deal. So I'm actually very much looking forward to this. Soon we'll be upgrading to artisans. I'm going to keep them over in this area. I want to keep this area as the farmer worker area. And then also there's going to be a bunch of workers that we're going to add over here eventually. And actually, now that we have such a high workforce, I might as well be getting these things unpaused and getting maximum production going again, since I have the workforce. Once I get bricks, I can even get these built up, and then maybe we can even try start selling things like guns. Anyways, the next episode will be pretty much entirely focused on Utopia and building this up into a really, really productive island colony that is self-sustaining, everything except for things like bread and schnapps that have to be produced on this island being shipped over here, and then this sending back the things like hops and peppers while trading away its coal and ships. I've been trying out some new things for this video, so let me know if you like some of the changes. Give it a thumbs up if you did like the video. Leave a comment down below if you want to ship. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch for more live streams. And until next time, later, nerds.